Welcome to Trinity University and our SCAC women's soccer quarterfinal here between the Trinity University Tigers and the Schreiner Mountaineers. And quickly the lineups for Schreiner. It's going to be Audrey Rivera in goal. Meredith Hurst will be one of the forwards, along with Alexandra Schott and Ariel Ramos and Jasmine Ramirez. Defensively, it's going to be Sierra Blackwell, Tacey Howell, Ryan Ruiz, Bonnie Evans, and Abigail Romero. And in the midfield will be Kayla Mullen. And for the Tigers, Lauren Bolish, Lindsay Pang, Nia Shepard, Bailey Meyer, back Bolish as the goalkeeper, the other three as the defenders. Up front, it's going to be Sheridan. And then in the midfield, Katie Ward, Alana Wickham, Alex Walsh, Madison Horner, Cameron Beal, and Cece Hendricks. We are just about ready to get going. SCAC quarterfinal action. Trinity, the top seed here in the SCAC. And for the Tigers, coming in with a perfect 7-0 record after getting a escape win against Centenary, scoring in double overtime just before time expired to pull out the victory. Schreiner as the 8th seed, still looking for their first win. They are 0-7 on the year. And we are just about ready to get started. Be Schreiner to kick first. And underway here from Paul McGinley Field, campus of Trinity University. Schreiner in the maroon and Trinity in the all-white. And early on, Schreiner trying to establish some momentum down low. But the Tiger defense quickly all over it. Played back to Bolish. She'll kick it forward. It's Katie Ward bringing it back across with the left foot cross. Now cross into the box, and that's going to be an open shot for Hendricks. And she drops it right in front of the defender, and the header comes wide. Wickham started that roll. Had a good look for Hendricks, but on defense, I believe that was Sierra Blackwell stepping in front. Play it out by Shepard. Now Hendricks and Shepard crossed out. That was Mullen feeding it all the way down to Ramos, who brings it up the right side. Ramos trying to save it before the inline, and she'll kick it off the Trinity defender, and that will go for an early Schreiner corner. Lays it in. It's about the 18-yard box. Tries to send it through and create something in the middle, but there's just a den of Tigers. Now playing it forward, that's probably going to be too far of a touch for Molly Sheridan. There's about 4 minutes gone by. It's been a little bit more back and forth than one might have expected here early on. Schreiner with a bit more possession than Trinity is used to giving up early, but Trinity's had a couple of good looks at it, and they're going to get another one here. And with the early goal, Molly Sheridan putting the Tigers on top. And we'll get another look at the build-up and the run. Just the outpacing leading to a one-on-one, and not much Schreiner could do about that. And a 4 minutes and 10-second score here for Molly Sheridan will put the Tigers up on top. Just their third shot and their first on goal. And quickly now with the ball once again. That one almost going for goal, saved, and come back again. And another save. This will go out for a corner. That was Wickham on the second attempt. You see the first, whether it was a cross or a shot, it could have gone for goal, and then that one from Wickham definitely would have saved out for a corner. Almost headed in by Ward, down to the foot of Wickham, and now cleared out for the Mountaineers, and they'll send it back to the back line for the Tigers. Bailey Meyer keeping it on the Tiger side. That one floated around. Meyer near side. Feeds it through the middle. As Alex Walsh trying to get a foot on it and get some sort of a movement to the inside. And now the long-range kick will come in. That one will be saved by Rivera. And they'll go out for a Mountaineer throw. Lindsey Peng trying to get it settled for the Tigers. It's lost into the midfield. Meyer. Once again, Tigers try to take it up to the right side. Just back and forth, and eventually the throw now for the Mountaineers. That one laid down at the foot of Beal. She's got a nice pass through the middle now for Wickham. Play from the far left side, trying to turn the corner. It's actually very good defense from Ariel Ramos, pushing it out for the corner kick. Tigers are already with 2, and this will make 3. Quickly played in, and Hendricks almost able to come away on the back end of that. Just missing, and the ball will roll out for a goal kick. Molly Sheridan's goal at 4:10, assisted by Madison Horner. And that one played by Nia Shepard. She'll kick it back to Bolish. She'll work it around to the far side. Now the Mountaineers intercept. Chance to maybe put together some offense. Kayla Mullen trying to work around the corner, does, centers it up, but nobody around for the Mountaineers, and now Mullen down. And we'll get a stoppage in play. So attend to Mullen. Apologies on the lack of crowd mic. Doesn't seem to be coming in with the camera, so we'll see what we can do about that as we move along. This will be a drop kick here. I presume, although the Tigers had possession, so they'll just lay it down for Trinity and let them roll with it. It's Wickham far side, gets the first touch. It up into the air. Now Walsh keeps it alive on the near side touchline. Played all the way back. Meyer will regroup, send it across. So we reach 10 minutes in. Sheridan flicks out far side, and it's a little too far. She was hoping to connect onto the foot of Madison Horner. The two have already paired together for the game's first goal. Dropped off and laid out. Now shot attempt comes in, but it's going to be wide. Out for a Mountaineer goal kick. Applying the pressure was Hendricks, and that forces the turnover. Now the Tigers in control of possession, attacking inside the 18 now, and that one floated for a cross, and Rivera will come up with it out of the Mountaineer goal. Schreiner worked in early and had a couple of good runs for offensive possession. That'll go back Trinity's way. But since the goal, about 5 minutes in, we haven't seen too much pressure coming from Schreiner at this point. And Sheridan's going to slip down on the turf. Leave a pretty big scar down on the pitch. That one will be kicked up and out of play. Mountaineer throw. Mullen will kick that one forward. And coming in, Nia Shepard to try to steal it away. That'll go for a foul against Shepard. And free kick now for the Mountaineers. Ryan Reese will send it forward. Headed out by the Tigers. Now played forward from Beal. And a lot of the Mountaineer players were down low offensively, and this is going to lead for a bit of a counterattack here from the Tigers. And recovered nicely on defense by Ruiz. Quickly thrown in, and the turn for Shepard. She could have laid that one down on a line. She had contention for a goal. But as it was, she floated it high and safely out for the Mountaineer goal kick. Defensive pressure coming here from the Tigers, trying to keep the ball pinned back deep. See if they can convert that back to offense. Now Shepard through the middle is trying to find Wickham cutting across. That one cleared out now by Howell. Mullen will intercept and try to play it forward, and then touched out by the Mountaineers. So back to the Tigers. Quarterfinal game, first round matchup here in the SCAC Women's Soccer 2020 Championships, 2020-2021, the spring season. As we hope the actual 2021 season goes smoothly and according to plan, and have a full non-conference schedule as well. Home sites for the top 4 seeds here this weekend. And then next weekend, the 4 remaining teams travel over to Seguin for the tournament. That one a save by Rivera. Yeah, Sheridan had a quick turnaround here. You'll see another look at it. Just great ball control. Played it off in front. And Rivera, the huge save. Now Wickham has that one played right to her by the Mountaineers. So, Trinity back in control. That one left a little too far forward, and Schreiner will at least clear out for a Trinity throw. Bit of a breezy day. This one's played in by Sheridan and just continued to find a way to get a foot on the ball as she moved forward, even with the defense playing excellently in front of her. A breezy day. We've had tennis on campus since this morning and giving student athletes a bit of fits and problems at times. Shouldn't affect things out here on the pitch too much. To the foot of Katie Ward. Haven't really mentioned her much today. That one played in, but off Ruiz, and that's going to go for a Tiger corner. Beal tried to get a foot on it in midair. It was batted down, and now the cross comes in, and Katie Ward with an excellent shot at that header. She sends it a little bit high and wide. So we'll play on with Tigers holding to the 1-0 lead. Shepard with the throw. We'll come over to Hendricks, and she's going to try to play it back towards the middle. And that one had eyes and got all the way through. But nobody able to come in from the backside for the Tigers. So Schreiner will play it out with their keeper. Now Trinity with full control of possession here for the last few minutes. Mentioned early on in this match, Schreiner had pushed forward and had a couple of excellent runs. And then at 4:10, the counter came from the Tigers. Sheridan was able to outrun Mountaineer defense, had a one-on-one with Rivera and was able to bury it into the upper right. Now Katie Ward staying after it. And gets another touch on it. And it eventually goes out for a Tiger throw. She'll get it in quickly now to Walsh. 1v1 with Hurst. She sends it in for a cross, and it drifts over the crossbar, out of play. Tigers 24 goals, just 3 against this year. For Schreiner, it's been a different story. 14 goals allowed in 7 games. Not a bad 2 goals allowed against average. But they've yet to find the back of the net here this season. Ward back to the left foot, and another fantastic save from Rivera. Her efforts have kept this to a closely contested match. As you see, 6 shots on goal, 5 saves for Rivera, and 3 of them at least have just been fantastic in last moment. Getting just a fingertip on him. So that one played out. See Audrey Rivera now 11 goals allowed on the year, but up to 48 saves. Goals allowed down to 192. flip side, your goal scorer now with 8. Only Sheridan, 8 goals on 21 shots this year. Not 21 shots on goal, 21 shots. Coming into the game, 7 goals on 11 shots on goal. Shot on goal percentage coming in over 60%. Overall shooting right at 40%. And a lot of it comes from having opportunities like this. Another wide open look at it, one-on-one. That one was Alex Walsh with the goal. Saw the 2. But this one's Alex Walsh, number 12. And similar to the first goal, just getting in ahead of the defense. And for Walsh, goal number 1 on the year. Have 5 assists as well. That one now 2-0 for the Tigers, and as we mentioned earlier, Schreiner yet to find the back of the net here the entire year. And they're going to have to come up with a handful that they haven't had in their previous 7 outings. Again, this one played out. Sheridan into the inside. That was the foot of Walsh. Hendricks tries to keep it forward. That'll still continue to roll to the back line. Nia Shepard will play it forward. Hendricks tried to get it over to Wickham, but that one was blocked away. Now the Mountaineers with a chance to push forward. Haven't had this in a while. Played it towards the center and then effectively given back to Trinity. We'll come back to the middle. It's Katie Ward. Just taking a bevy of players, almost 1v1 in succession. Crossed in. That'll roll out for another goal kick. We're over a quarter of the way through this match. Halfway through the first half. Rivera has looked excellent today, allowing 2 goals on 1v1 attempts. He's got 5 saves on 2 goals allowed. But Trinity with the constant possession and pressure. Just been in command of this game for the last 20 minutes. That one blocked, but resent back in. Sheridan trying to get the turn. Unable to do so. Tigers will continue to pass it around. Not cleared out completely, and the shot comes in, and a relatively easy save compared to what she's had for Rivera. So she'll drop it out to about midfield. Two teams met earlier in the year, March 13th. It was a 4-0 win for the Tigers. In that game, Rivera allowing 4 goals, but also having 14 saves. very close to putting both of those into half totals here with quite a bit of time left in the first half. Goal scorers that day were Katie Ward, Teddy DePrate, Molly Sheridan, and Nia Shepard. The game was played at Schreiner. Katie Ward will kick it out to the far side. Played out for another Trinity throw. Lindsay Pang will heave it in. Kicked out. The Tigers move down a little bit closer. Field quick turn to the foot of Walsh. Now cleared. But another Tiger throw. Ward with the ability to get the turn, but the ball beyond her reach at that point. Now Pang fighting at the midfield with Natalie Talley. Checked in moments ago. So far, no substitutions here for the Tigers. I would imagine Coach Dylan Harrison maybe letting the Tigers play the entire first half. Starters here, seeing where the game is, and then likely seeing if make a complete change here at the break. Winners will advance on to play 2 games next weekend. Those games set for Seguin. April 23rd and 24th. Trinity the number 1 seed, Southwestern the 2. University of Dallas coming in as the 3, and Centenary the 4 seed. So they're hosting Texas Lutheran this weekend. There's the 5th seed. St. Thomas the 6, Austin 7, and of course Schreiner here as the 8th seed. This one is Sheridan again. It's another one-on-one opportunity. And this one blocked by Rivera. You can almost say that was a 3-on-1 opportunity. And with Sheridan a little bit further out to the right, helped cut down the angle for Rivera, but also helped cut down the angle for a pass. Would have had to have been pretty instant and sent on early. Tigers did just have 3 substitutions. Again, we'll see if we can't get the crowd mic going, hopefully at the half. So 3 substitutions for the Tigers. Emma Everts, Kyra Stafford, and Cassie Bowers checking in. Caroline Quiroga checking in at the same time for the Mountaineers. Subs that they've brought on as well, or I believe Ashley Walbrick and Natalie Talley earlier, about 10 minutes ago. Molly Sheridan and Alex Walsh putting the Tigers up 2-0 here early. First goal coming in at the 4-minute mark. And then right about the halfway point of the first half, Alex Walsh, 22 minutes in, putting in the second. Bowers trying to work her way down to the 18. Send it back out to the far side. Coming in with a shot, and then that one headed out. Now Shepard's going to give chase. Pulled down by Talley. Tries to kick it off of Shepard, and that one will just roll down. Regrouped and recovered by Shepard. She'll flick it around. Now the Tigers will try to come back up the left side. Stafford over to Sheridan, who will see her kick attempt bounce off Ruiz. Go out for a Tiger throw, allowing Schreiner to come back in and settle in. Everett's trying to go all the way across. And the rare mistake will give the ball back to the Mountaineers. Nice crossover. Didn't see the number, but it will not find its connection as it rolls down the hill and out for a Tiger goal kick. Minutes to play here, first half. Men's soccer action occurring over at Schreiner in the last week of their regular season. Mountaineers hosting the Tigers. That one just about ready to get kicked off here at the top of the hour. And elsewhere, Dallas and St. Thomas 1-1 in the first half. The Centenary TLU game that's of interest to these two teams, as the winner of this game will face the winner of Centenary and TLU. We'll start at 3 o'clock. Southwestern and Austin College with 13 minutes left in the first half, also tied at 0. And correction, as I say that, the page refreshes, and Southwestern has taken the 1-0 lead on Austin College. Corner kick here for the Tigers. That one sent in, flicked on, and nicely done from Sheridan, but it just clips over the top of the crossbar. Like the change of pace on the kick. That one you might have expected to be driven in sharply. Stafford plays it down the left, now crosses back towards the middle, and eventually cleared out for another Tiger throw. Bella Ferruzzi has checked in, along with Teddy Dupret. And Dabney Moore coming in as well. Miranda Palacios checking in for the Mountaineers as well. Now Bowers The right side of the 18 has that one taken away. Ping will settle and control back to the back line. Now played forward, racing in. And a cross attempt goes all the way through, and then a block. And a fantastic recovery there from Schreiner on the block was Tacey Howell. And a fantastic cross coming all the way through, just missing on the initial touch. And then the block you saw, Teddy Dupree just missing on that initial touch. Then Howell's block, and she plays it for the corner kick. Bowers coming in on the far side off the corner and can't quite get to it. Tigers are able to regroup and maintain possession, but it's pulled out. And then that one sent in for an easy save for Rivera. Make it her 9th of the half. And Shepard with a fantastic move to play it through. Now played forward. And that one will go as a save. As Del Prete is ever so close here in the first half to finding the back of the net and just having it escape her. She had a clear run at the last one. This Tiger corner, with number 8 on the day. Stafford tries to recenter back in, and Bowers can't quite keep possession as that one hits off her left foot as she was crossing over. Play it out. 13 shots on goal. 10 saves already for Rivera. Trinity with 24 shots here in the first half. That one lost, recovered by Trinity. Tigers still with the high pressure. All the way pushing up the defense all the way up to where the forwards are. Now DePrete was so close on 2 attempts before. And that was a great look at it and just got a little bit too far underneath the ball since it's a few feet high. Under 5 minutes to play here first half. Stafford crossing over and just beyond the reach of Emma Everts. Mountaineers trying to work something up the far left side. Can't find it, and then now the counter for the Tigers. Bowers into the 18, dribbles down to the 6. That one off the fingertips of Rivera. Tigers try to recontrol, have that one kicked out, and it'll go for a throw pretty deep down for the Tigers. Pretty. We'll leave it off for Ferruzzi. Sends that one up and over. Moore tries to send it forward. Schreiner will momentarily kick it out. Now Talia will just send it deep down. If she can't find maybe a rebound off of somebody from the Trinity back line, but Lindsay Pang is going to be dribbling that one forward. Moore sends it forward again. Now Ferruzzi with a better look at it this time, and that goes behind off to the side. Another good look for Ferruzzi here. Just couldn't quite get the bend to come in before it crossed over. Less than 90 seconds here, first half. Bowers kicks out to the far side. Schreiner with a couple of defenders will keep it at bay for the time being. It's Reese Wallace working the right side. Now she'll give chase. Kicked out for a Tiger throw. 30 seconds left here first half. So a final opportunity for the Tigers to add to their total. And instead they'll kick it out, and this will be a Schreiner throw. So they've got 10 seconds here if they want to do anything in the first half. That one will be thrown over, and that will do it. And they'll send us to halftime. But goals from Molly Sheridan and Alex Walsh will put the Tigers up ahead here 2-0 as we've reached halftime. Take a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back as we are just about ready for start of the second half. And for the Tigers, outpacing Schreiner in the first half across pretty much all spectrums. Out shooting them 30-0, 14-0 on shots on goals. Vera did have 11 saves. Actually, it should be 12 saves. Or I guess there was 11 saves and a team save. 2 fouls to 1 for Trinity, 7-1 on corners. Trinity committing 2 offsides. And we are ready to go here for the second half. Talked earlier about how windy it was. Kind of hear that now in the background. Goals from Molly Sheridan at the 4-minute mark and Alex Walsh at the 22-minute mark. Putting the Tigers on top here. 2-0 early on. Now Katie Ward kicks it up over the crossbar. Had a good look at it. But she sailed it high. Settled down to the foot of Ward. Gives another kick. That one another save for Rivera. Turning inside we're about 10 yards away with Sheridan. That one will just go over the bar. Quite a few close misses here for the Tigers. Top of their 2-0 lead. Lindsay Pang will send it in. Has Walsh inside the box, but she was offside. Third offside of the game for the Tigers. Checking the SCAC scoreboard at the halves. Dallas and St. Thomas level at 1. Southwestern and Austin College, the Pirates with the 1-goal advantage. Scored about 12 minutes to play in the first half. Try to moderate the wind noise as best we can. I believe another offside call on Trinity. So back-to-back offsides here. Tigers only had 2 in the first half. Now Sheridan onside, has another one-on-one with Rivera. She'll step to the right, and Rivera gets the save. Turned away from it and had that one hit off her backside. Maybe Sheridan was trying to cross back over to the left after showing the right. Now that one crossed over, and Katie Ward almost getting the right foot touch on that one in air. Surely would have made the connection. That would have dropped in for goal. Meyer will give chase. Play it back for Bolish. Now Katie Ward out in front. That one's going to go off for offside. That one looked pretty close. But the 5th of the game for the Tigers. Now Peng finding that one inside. Sheridan is onside. Another one-on-one. Rivera steps forward. Now the cross back over to Walsh, and that one just wide. That one deflected out by Tacey Howe, who has already saved a goal today, and we'll get another look. She gets her right foot in there just ahead of Walsh. Now Lindsay Peng trots out for the Tigers' 8th corner kick of the game. Headed on and out from Molly Sheridan. Not for a lack of trying. Here with the pressure put forth by the Tigers. Well, the Mountaineers with a bit of sustained possession for the first time in a while. Mullen trying to see if she can get in control of the ball. Had a couple of early opportunities, some shots within the first moments of this game. Foul called against the Mountaineers. Played over for Walsh now, and that will be another offside. Rivera's 13 saves today will draw her closer to Harris from Austin College, who entered the day with 61 on the year, leading the SCAC. That one deflected, and that'll go for naught. The initial shot by Hendricks, had it not been deflected, might have given Rivera some issue. as the Schreiner player goes to ground. It is Mullen. She was down earlier in the game, so hope it's not a reoccurring issue. Clock will stop. Mention Rivera coming in third in the conference in saves. Offensively, though, it's all Trinity. Katie Warden, well, Sheridan with her goal today, now both with 8 goals on the year. See the trip up and landing hard on those knees. And we can hope that it's just discomfort for Mullen at this point, and nothing more serious than that. Also offensively, 5th in the league in scoring was Del Prete. And Alex Walsh leading the conference in assist. And Shepard and Ward right behind her. Finley out today, but only 3 goals against on the year and a goals against average of .57. That's good for second in the conference. It's good to see Mullen walk that off.
And for the Mountaineers, number 10, Miranda Palacios.
And Mullen from Brennan High School here in town. Miranda Palacios in for the Mountaineers to replace Mullen. And play resumes with the Mountaineers going from your right to left. Trying to get something going offensively. Holding the Tigers pretty much in check here. I mean, it's been bombardment of shots for Trinity as Ward gets onto the end of it. See if she can get by one defender. Now she's got a different one. And ultimately, a duo of Blackwell and Hurst will put it into Katie Ward's run. Walsh into the middle. Hendricks, a turnaround shot. Sheridan trying to settle that one if she was able to. She had nobody in front of her in the 6. It's Reese Wallace. 1-on-1 with Meriden Hurst. And an advantage Wallace as Hurst will kick it out. Go for just a throw. And that one sent in. Be another shot. Oh, that one probably more of a cross. 16 on goal, 36 total. 13 saves from Rivera, 1 team save. The Tigers 4 offsides here in the first 13 minutes of the second half, 6 total in the game. Wallace kicks that one forward. Sheridan will head it forward, and then Katie Ward will get onto the end of it. And that will be another Tiger goal. Make it 3-0. Nice job from Wallace just to pitch it forward, and Sheridan able to head it away. And then the collision there from Rivera and Ward. And now Ward retaking the lead in the SCAC with 9 goals on the year. Miss Wallace and Sheridan with the assist. 9th goal for Ward. And Rivera back up on her feet after taking that slight collision there with Ward. Tigers looking for the handball. Instead, they'll just take possession. Cameron Beal over to Walsh. Tries to go back to Beal, and that one's intercepted. Now Hendricks plays it towards the middle and has Sheridan, and Sheridan needed one more touch, get past her defender. Should have been alone in the 6. Back to Walsh, inside the 18, and that one crossing over, and Rivera will come over and snag it up. Last time, ball floated from right to left. Ward able just to get a piece of it, and then got a little bit more of Rivera. They will put it in the back of the net for the first goal here of the second half. Sheridan will be hit for the offside. Just under 30 minutes left to play in this one. Bolish will come in and corral. It's at far side. Now over to Walsh. Back to the midfield and Cameron Bill. Beal lays it out for Wallace. It's Hurst on her back. So she'll change directions and go opposite again. Ward might have been a step off, but flag stays down. Walsh racing around over to Ward, who's going to have her second of the afternoon. And take another look. Just the speed of Walsh taking one off. I believe that was one of the defenders there. Thought it was hers, but it didn't appear to be. And then into Ward. Goal number 10 on the year for Katie Ward. And her second here in the half. And that matches the 4-0 score that the Tigers took victory on up in Kerrville a little bit over a month ago. Ward now into contention for national leader conversation. Coming into today, or into the 15. Now Sheridan offside. National lead was 13. Second place was 11, and third place was 10. Ward was tied for 6th with 8 coming in. And her teammate, Sheridan, tied for 12th with 7. So not sure how the rest of the country has done, but Trinity with presumably 2 into the top 10 now. As Sheridan and Ruiz go down to ground. And the foul will be on Sheridan. Left on the left side and taking it all the way, Kyra Stafford. Make it 5-0. Waiting for her maybe to feed Ward for the hat trick, but Stafford saw the opening she needed and took it. Or I believe it's her first goal on the year. Actually, they're going to say no. Must have called offside on the previous play. I apologize. Looking down at the graphics. Didn't see the call, but staying 4-0. Wallace dancing inside. Ward. Save from Rivera. And there is another goal from Molly Sheridan. That'll put her Up to 9 on the year, 2 today. It's a fantastic move on the inside. And then off the deflection. Nobody covering the backside defensively. Only shared in 9 goals. 1 off the team lead, 1 off the SCAC lead. And maybe moving 2 Tigers into the top 5 nationally in goals scored. Quite a few subs coming in. We'll get to those in a moment. Once they all populate here. Sheridan assisted by Katie Ward, who adds more points to her SCAC leading total. And Alex Walsh with an assist earlier today, which would give her 6 on the year. Came in tied for 12th. She'll move up a little bit, joining a handful of players with 6 on the year. And those are national ranks. After that Sheridan goal, the subs for Trinity: Everts for Ping, Bowers for Sheridan, Lopretti for Ward, Wickham for Walsh, Horner for Beal, Moore for Hendricks, and Ferruzzi for Shepard. Bowers plays it to the right side, and that'll drift out of play. The meeting earlier this year, Schreiner had held Trinity to just 20 shots total. That was the least amount that Trinity took all year. By a pretty good margin. The next closest was their home game the weekend before against Southwestern. They only had 26. And from there, they've been pretty consistent between 27 and 30. They're high on the year, 33 against Dallas. Chipped forward and over the bar. I believe we'll go for first shot of the game for the Mountaineers. Second shot of the game, I beg your pardon. 41-2 on that count. $20 shots on goal now for the Tigers. 14 saves for Rivera. Horner plays it forward. Bowers trying to get onto the other side of it. Now eventually, for a moment, did. Horner started the run from the right side and eventually to the foot of Bella Ferruzzi, who from about 20 yards out just buries it into the lower left. A fantastic job from Ferruzzi. And for Ferruzzi, you can see there her first goal on the year. And her first goal here as a Tiger as well. Not a bad highlight film shot either. No change in the scoreboard as of now. Del Prete with a nutmeg for the goal. And that'll be her fourth of the season, and came in the top 5 for the SCAC. See if that updates here before too long. It's number 4 on the year for Del Prete, and that's also probably her fourth really good look at the goal today. And the last 3 just finding different sorts of ways to not go into the back of the net, and that one making its way. I did notice that Schreiner had also replaced their keeper. That one deflected off and cleared out of the 18. Trinity trying to send back in and make it number 8. Sandra Gomez in goal now for the Mountaineers. She had just entered. She has 1 save and 1 goal allowed. Vera, 14 saves, 6 goals allowed for her efforts today. Focus on the 14 saves. A couple of them early on, particularly the first half, kept this from being a wide margin within the first 25-30 minutes. She had 3 fairly spectacular saves early on and limited Trinity to just 2 goals in the first half. Quickly played back in now for Bowers. That one blocked and racing to just kick it off the sideline. Tigers will have a throw.
And then for the Mountaineers, number 19, Astrid Mendez.
Just about 15 and a half minutes left. Far left side, Bowers plays it forward. Dopredi has Horner. She's going to take it herself. And her second. Joining Sheridan and Ward with 2 today. Fifth goal of the year.
For the Tigers, number 20, Teddy Dopredi. Entering for Schreiner, number 7, Caroline Quiroga. 17, Lisbeth Lopez. Number 6, Serenity Pryor. Number 16, Marlene Maya.
That'll make it 8-0 Trinity. In the first half, it was goals by Sheridan and Walsh. And then around the 12 to 15 minute mark, Katie Ward put in 2. A few minutes later, she assisted the second goal from Sheridan. That made it 5-0. At the 70th minute, Bella Ferruzzi tapped in her first as a Tiger. And then Teddy Dopredi followed that up about 5 minutes ago, and then just added her second. 5 Tigers have scored, 3 of them with multiple goals here today. Tigers
Number 2, Lindsay Penn.
not new to scoring like this. Did it earlier in the year, hanging a 10 spot on St. Thomas. That back at the end of March here at Paul McGinley Field. They've also had 3 1-0 victories so far this year at Austin, at Dallas, and at Centenary. Their only other road game was at Schreiner. Of course, that was a 4-0 affair. They've only given up goals at home. 2 to Southwestern in the second game of the year, and then beginning of April, conceding a goal to Texas Lutheran in a 3-1 victory. Tigers will face the winner of Texas Lutheran and Centenary next weekend. First game should be on Saturday, and the follow-up championship for the SCAC will be on Sunday. Of course, Trinity's long run of conference titles concluding last year as they fell in penalty kicks back in 2019, I should say. They fell in penalties to the Pirates of Southwestern. Trinity still advanced into the NCAA postseason and advancing all the way to the Sweet 16. No NCAA postseason here for this spring season. So with a little piece of hardware left to play for, and an opportunity have a little bit of momentum going into the 2021 fall season, which will be here before we know it. Students will be back on campus in August. In just 4 months, we'll be at it again. Looking for the hat trick, maybe. Delprete crossing it over. When she went to the far right, she really didn't have an angle for herself. Now Bowers. Left foot. Couldn't quite connect. And the shot finally coming through. Coming off of the foot of Bella Tablante. Bowers onside. Kept her line and now racing out in front. That one tipped and saved by Gomez.
In for the Mountaineers, goal number 5, Ashley Walbrick. Number 18, Natalie Talley.
Under 9 here to play. Elsewhere in the SCAC, Dallas with another goal on top of St. Thomas, now 2-1. Looking to avoid upset, as are the Pirates, the number 2 seed, taking on Southwestern. Only ahead 1-0, that one with about 12 minutes to play. Game in Irving with about 14 minutes to play. Centenary and TLU will start right around the conclusion of this one, top of the hour at 3 o'clock. And on the men's side, these two schools facing off over in Kerrville. Trinity with a 1-0 lead on top of the Mountaineers with 5 minutes left to go in the first half. That one a regular season finale for the men's side. They'll play tournament style over in Centenary next week.
In for the Mountaineers, goes number 13, Kayla Mullen.
Trinity already clinching a first-round bye. They'll be into the semis on the men's side. With the extra week of play, all 8 teams finding their way in to the SCAC tournament. So no bye here for Trinity as the top seed. Flicks back over to Bowers, but just beyond her reach. She was standing wide open at the penalty spot. Wallace taken down. Be a free kick for Trinity with about 6 minutes to play. Shot from Wickham, deflected, and it's a last touch by Trinity, so out for a goal kick. Now Bowers. Make it 9. Cassie Bowers finally onto the board. She's knocked at the door a few times here today, and her second of the year.
Credit the assist to number 20, Teddy Del Prete.
Del Prete with the assist, as you can hear. The legendary voice of James Hill over the PA. After a close call to stay unbeaten, untied at Centenary. Tiger scoring with just seconds left in double overtime. Tiger offense coming out and erupting 56 shots, 29 on goal, and quite a few great saves in there for Schreiner. Fantastic shot from distance. I believe that was Stafford. But it sails a little bit too far from left to right. For Schreiner, they will conclude 0-8 on the year and will be looking to find a way to figure out things offensively going into the fall semester. Defensively, today's score not really an indication of what they've done throughout the year. They've got a decent back line and some very good goaltending there from Rivera. They need to pair that with some more offense. And for Trinity, looking ahead to next week, if it is Centenary's goalkeeper coming in, tops of the table in the SCAC, both in goals allowed average, but also in number of saves. She's second in goals conceded. Just one behind Finley, who hasn't really played the entirety of the season. And if it's TLU, then you're playing the home team in the tournament at their place. So challenge either way next Saturday. I have to double check the website. I believe TLU may be allowing spectators for that. But again, double check SCACsports.com or TLU Bulldogs for clarification.
1 minute, 1 minute.
Schreiner trying to mount something here late. Bullish will corral and put an end to that as Walbrick sent it into the middle. He's looking for maybe Pryor down in the box. Let's conclude our soccer coverage for the year. And I'd like to take a special moment to thank Ryan Figert for his announcing throughout the year. He's out today with internship here in town. We are looking to hear his voice again when we start back up in the fall.
8, 7, 6, 5,
and thank our
4, 3,
students helping us with coverage today and all year long. Katie, Chong, and Sam in the studio and on camera. And that will do it for us. 9-0. I'll take you back through a couple of the goals here. This is the last one by Bowers. And then go back to the beginning. This was the game's opener. Sheridan racing out in front. And that was the first of her two. And then the second one, Alex Walsh getting in there and then showing off the speed. Nothing Rivera could do on that one. And then Wallace pitching it up to Sheridan, flicking it on. Ward's first of two. She follows that up with the next one as well. You see she's calling for it already. Gets the deflection and redirects up off the bottom of the crossbar. Stafford, that was the one I believe they said was offside. And I still didn't see the offside there. And Wallace coming back in. Ward, the deflection. Sheridan cleaning up. That was her second. Putting her at 9 on the year, Ward with 10. Both presumably into the top 5. And then Bella Ferruzzi with her first of her career. And then Del Preti, the first one. Nutmeg through the new keeper. And then her second has Horner. She also has the empty net. And the Tigers take it by a score of 9-0. And one more look at Bauer's final goal. And we will conclude there. So thanks for joining in and have a wonderful rest of your spring. And we'll see you again here in the fall. Tigers will be playing next Saturday in Seguin. Take care.